What is going on, my Patriots? How y'all guys doing? Welcome to another edition of You Guessed It, Joel Davis Media Network. So, guys, tonight I'm actually streaming off of me and my wife's Chromebook. Well, actually her Chromebook, because currently I told y'all my situation in the last video. Check out the last video we put out today. Apostolistic pastor getting caught uh, having an affair with one of his male past members in the church. Check that out. I usually don't do those type of stories, but it's been buzzing around pretty heavy. It's part out of the Atlanta area. Thought it'd be a good story for you to share with people about how people are actually not upholding the responsibilities that they have made an oath to do. But anyway, computer, y'all give me 1 second. Back. My daughter was at the door. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, had the computer, lost it, unfortunately, due to financial issues. It happens, man. Like I said, I'm just a struggling content creator. And I don't mind telling people that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up your ass and tell you I'm this and I'm that. A lot of people do it, but I'm not one of those. But it's all good. Sooner or later, I hopefully will get it back very soon. So shout out to Anthony McQuaid, my dog. He just upgraded to the Patriot membership. I appreciate you, Lead Patriot membership. I appreciate you, man. You didn't have to do that, man. That's just one of the realest things I ever seen a lot of people do, man. And it means a lot. So anyway, enough of that. We got a story that's coming out of Mississippi. We're doing nothing but crime news most of the night, man, because it's really not a lot of political stuff going on right now because of this storm that happened recently. But I can tell you this, we definitely got a lot of crazy behind news, and we will rehash some of the news that I had talked about the other day. For the people that missed that episode, I think it was Friday, I want to say, the Friday news. And we will also rehash also the video that we did about the young girl didn't want to take a shower. That's been taken off. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm at 1,700 views, almost 2,000 views, guys. So with that being said, man, let's get a round of applause. Yeah, shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate that so much, man. The love is real out here. You don't get that these days. So appreciate all the love. Got some hate in between that, but you know it's good. It's a part of the territory. You know what I mean? So let's continue on lighting up those comment sections. Guys, listen, the comment section means a lot. The more y'all go in those comments and blow them up and talk throughout the week about the video, the more YouTube gonna push out their algorithm. Also, check out my backup channel, okay, which is the official Patriot News Live. Continue blowing that up too. Get in the comment section on that and make it do what it do. So with that being said, let's jump into this story. Again, this is fair use. I'm going to let y'all hear the story and give y'all my commentary about it, and we'll go from there because there's a lot of crazy stories we're gonna have to rehash. But hey, man, This is what we do here. We keep it real, man. This is the only place where you're gonna get real uncensored content. All right, all day, every day. So let's go over here. Go over this one right here. I don't even know what this man says. All right, we finna play this.
10.
Enter the Farrah and Farrah grocery giveaway now for a chance to win a $250 grocery gift card. Just go to WAOB.com and click on the contest tab. Enter every month for a new chance to win the Farrah and Farrah grocery giveaway.
10. Bay High School Principal Amy Yarborough Nikes is facing misdemeanor shoplifting charges for 3 different visits to a Walmart in Hancock County.
According to affidavits from Waveland PD, Nikes recently left the store on Highway 90 without paying for $123 worth of items on August 20th. Documents show on August 1st, Nikes left without paying for $25 worth of merchandise. She's accused of taking $51 worth of merchandise on August 15th from the same Walmart. We have reached out to the school board and superintendent multiple times. We've been given no comment on the situation at this time. However, on the Bay Waveland School District website, a position for the Bay High School principal is posted.
So y'all saw that, y'all heard that. So let's jump into this, man. Let's jump into this. So she stole from Walmart. Oh, Deshaun. Good evening, Joel Davis. Thank you for the $10 super chat, Deshaun. I appreciate you, man. So you see this nice lady here. She looks like, as they would like to call, a Karen or a glacier glider. Very successful. Now, if you don't know what Waveland, Mississippi is at, it's on the coast. All right, it is on the coast. Now, this lady right here, you can tell that she's probably one of those very well put together ladies, but unfortunately she decided to ruin her career off of stealing $50 worth. Let's rephrase that again. $50 now worth of stuff. Now I'm gonna go back here, zoom off this story, and see what it entails. Hold on. Let me escape off over here and see what it says that her crazy behind did. Let me go jump back into the news of the story. Y'all bear with me, because I got to. Because I think that right now she possibly gonna get fired. Okay, so August 1st, she got comfortable. She got away with $25.24 worth of merchandise, right? Okay, then August 15th, she was like, shit, I did this shit 2 weeks ago. Let me try this again. She took $51.25 worth of merchandise. Then 5 days later, she was like, I'm getting real confident. I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna take $123.66 worth of merchandise. Now, let's talk about her position. She's a principal at a high school. at the Bay St. Louis Waveland school district, right? Which is in Mississippi. Bay High School. You can check it out. It's in Waveland, Mississippi. She makes $105,000 a year. Let's get it. So riddle me this, Batman. If I make $105,000 a year, okay, that means they get paid monthly. So let's do the math, guys, because you know I love to do my math. Because you know this here is a whole new story. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna do better than that. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. We about to go. We about to get it in. All right, hold on, guys. I'm back. Let me. We about to share this right quick. I got to share this. Hold on. All right. Okay, guys, hold on. So I got to bring this up. So this is my calculator. Hold on, guys. All right. So I'm about to split my screens a little bit. If I got to do some math tonight. So I don't know what that was about. All right, y'all can still hear me? Hold on. All right, so we're gonna do the numbers. So she makes 100. What? Did I just restart it? I was trying to make sure I didn't restart. Okay. All right, good. All right, this looked weird. My numbers looked weird for a minute. Okay, guys, hold on. All right, so let me get back to that. Let me get back to what I was doing. All right, so she makes $105,000 a year. We're gonna divide that by 12. Now that's supposed to be $8,750 a month. So we're gonna stop sharing that now. We're gonna get back to full screen. Y'all hold on for a second. Don't need that anymore. So since I've done that, I'm trying to figure out here if she's making that kind of money, why in the world are you stealing from Walmart? You're making $8,000 and something dollars a freaking month. Why are you stealing at Walmart? That's all I'm trying to figure out. Something is not right here. Clearly, something is not right. Something is not right, man. My man Maga says she's a klepto. She may be. And then he says she may be playing stupid. She may be. But whatever's going on with her definitely ain't it. Definitely ain't it. Wow. I don't know what to say, man. Let's continue reading. Now, all the shoplifting took place at one Walmart on Highway 90. She's been a principal since 2013. Now she's fired because they basically released a statement and let her go. I just want to know, if you wanted to not want your $105,000 job no more, just leave. Zio said this is what it looks like with a flash mob of one. Bro, I'm just trying to figure out what did it, why? Just why? I'm $105,000 a year. Hey man, as of tonight, y'all, John Pearson is now a moderator. Oh shoot. I didn't mean to delete your message, man. A flash mob of one. I don't know what that was about. But anyway, he is a moderator now. Welcome to the team, Zach. You deserve it. John Pearson is now a moderator. Welcome to the team. Thank you very much, John, for being dedicated to everything. So you know I was gonna take care of you. So y'all remember to be a mod. Y'all know what the rules is now. You got to be on the channel. You got to spread the word, and you got to be a member. All right. As soon as you do all that and become a member, you definitely getting your wrench. So you want that wrench. Now to be a managing moderator, you got to be at least a lead patriot. So if you at least a lead patriot on the membership thing, then you become a managing moderator, because those are the people that really follow my stuff and be looking out for the members only content. I'm probably gonna let some of this stuff become members only content. The ones that do pretty well, I'll probably start putting it in the member vault. But this is crazy. I just don't know what to say, man. I think this may be, of all of the stupidest, wokest story of all time that I've ever reported on, is this. Because this woman was making $105,000 a year and decided to allow herself to lose her job to steal a total of not even $200 worth of damn grocery items from Walmart. You can't make this shit up. I'm for real. It's just hilarious. $105,000. Yeah, I think I did. I think I did. Yeah, I think I did upgrade you, Anthony. I think you are a manager one. Let me see if you are. I think you are. Oh, no, I did not. Hold on. I got you. Hold on, Anthony. Wait a minute. What? I don't know what that was about. Okay. Here you go, Anthony. Now you're in the game. Oh, Mac, I'm sorry. Let me get you straight too, man. I don't know what that was about. Hold on. Yeah, I got you, Mac. Now, MAGA is the manager moderator because MAGA been following me since I was like, I had literally maybe 300 followers, okay? So MAGA grandfathered in. So the number one MAGA general is grandfathered in. I don't want to hear no one telling me, man, why is Joel, why is I got he got a managing mod because MAGA General been following me since I was 300 followers deep. So shout out to my dog, the MAGA General. Now, since I got the moderation straight, congratulations to them too. Like I said, they've been in the weeds with me for the longest. Anthony especially been supporting since he been here. You want to get that manager monitoring slot, all you got to do is upgrade the lead patriot, man. And you got to be on the live. You can't, or you got to comment because Anthony will comment in a heartbeat. MAGA will definitely comment in a heartbeat. You're not doing those things on my lives and my posts. I can't do it, man. I can't upgrade you to being managing moderator. You're just gonna be a standard one. So it is what it is, man. So y'all know what it is now. We in this together. So now since y'all know the rules of that, let's jump into the next story. Since this woman done stole away her $105,000 worth of merchandise of salary. Can't believe that. How? Just how? I hope she not married because she is. I know her husband mad right now. I'll be so mad at my wife, man. Oh, I lost my job today. Babe, how you lost your job? Oh, well, I decided to steal for Walmart. Steal for Walmart? Yeah. I decided to get crazy with it and steal about, really rough about $200. $200 worth of merchandise because I'm a jackass. Man. I don't know what the world coming to, guys. We got principals now stealing. All right, this is a sad story here. This is what we're talking about all the time. We talk about it all the time. That this is getting to be worse and worse. But nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to listen. All right, this is coming to y'all from Fair Use, Fair Use. I'm about to pause this before I share it. This is coming out of Philadelphia. This happens to be a Navy veteran, a commander. Now, if you don't know what a commander is, that is a high-ranking officer in the military. This is a man who is a leader who usually they lead fleets. They lead boats. Okay? He did his time. And you would think that being a veteran, you're retired, you settled down in your way of life to enjoy your golden years, that you'll be able to walk up and down your street and be safe. But unfortunately, we live in a world that you just can't. With that being said, y'all, let's jump into the story.
Tonight in Brewery Town, a man is recovering after a violent attack, mugged while walking his dog. And Dawn, you spoke to the victim.
I did speak to him tonight about a half an hour after he was released from the hospital, where he's been for the last 3 days recovering, and he still has a lot of healing to go.
I did a year in a war zone in Iraq, did 2 years in Ukraine, and I would not have expected this to happen in my very own neighborhood.
Beaten to a pulp and mugged at 30th and Jefferson in Brewery Town.
Hey, man, let me go play this back right quick. Let me go with this part. Shout out to this commander, because this commander is letting people see this is what happened to me. This is the problem that we're facing in our communities, and y'all ain't doing a damn thing about it. I'm glad he came on there with his face like this, because we got to start holding these liberal ass mayors accountable, because they see this and they don't do nothing, bro. They don't do nothing. They'll sit there and play like they are dumbfounded. Oh, I didn't know this happened. Shout out to hey, what's going on, Amber Chris? What's up, Romans 27:41? Thank y'all guys for joining in. Oh man, we got some people on Rumble. Let's say hello to people on Rumble. Oh man, I did not know we had some people on Rumble. Yeah. This right here is this should make every American angry. And anybody that's supposed to be love their country should be angry to see this man like this. They should. And if they're not, this tells us that there is no hope. There is no hope for our community, guys. No hope at all. Because can you just imagine you walking down the street and this happened to you? I mean, just imagine that. You are walking down the street minding your own business, and this happens to you while walking your dog in a neighborhood that's supposed to be safe. I would be very, very triggered. In fact, I'll be so triggered, I would tell my neighbors, everyone else, it's time for us now to take back our neighborhood. And this is why I keep saying that gun laws are important for these situations right here. But these liberal cities don't understand that for some reason. They don't. They don't. Give me 1 second here. All right, we should get more people on Rumble. Let's continue with this story, man. It's sad, man. This hurts my heart to see this man like this.
Beaten to a pulp and mugged at 30th and Jefferson in Brewerytown. Retired Navy Commander Scott Harris says he doesn't recall much. He was taking his dog Nora, who he adopted from Ukraine, out for a quick walk around 11:30 Saturday night when he was brutally attacked.
There's a large party going on across the street that, in hindsight, I probably should have not walked near. And the next thing I remember, I'm in the emergency room because I just kind of blacked out after that.
Harris.
He was walking his dog. These are these thugs starting to be, man. They don't care if you walking your dog. They don't care if you walking your anything. They just don't care, bro. Like, I've never seen nothing like this. To me, this is just horrible, disgusting. And I guarantee you that you will not see not a change from these liberal ass local city councilmen or anything about these neighborhoods until something happened to theirs.
Suffered a brain injury, broken teeth, his face badly bruised and swollen.
The surgeon said he stopped counting at 100 stitches, but a lot of them are inside my mouth.
Joseph Hirsch.
This man got a broken teeth. This man is 62 years old, and he's got broken teeth and brain injuries. That's the elder abuse, man. Yeah, you're right, Charles. They wouldn't have cared. Yeah, and you know why I didn't fit and you're right. Another one that somebody said. Hold on for a second. It didn't make the headline news. Yeah, because it didn't fit the narrative. That's why. Exactly. Because it's not what everybody wants to hear. Now, if it was something about, if it would have been on somebody, one of these thugs from Blackistan, or being beat up by the white cop, they like to say, oh man, you would have heard it all on the news. It would have been nonstop. Nonstop. But they don't care. They really don't. These jokers do not care. They ain't got an ounce of care in this world. Whew. I'll tell you, I'm about to get triggered, man.
Perchik was inside their house when it happened, but believes his partner's attacker was someone from the party at the park. There's surveillance video capturing 3 young women helping Harris home, along with their dog.
They brought him back. Otherwise, I don't know what would have happened. We were on the stoop, and he was just bleeding, and I was on the phone with 911 because I didn't know where the blood was coming from. I didn't know if he was stabbed.
The pair say they have complained numerous times to police about the large, out-of-control crowds who come from outside the neighborhood and party at the park for hours into the night.
This is.
You heard that? Blackistan done hit the neighborhood. Blackistan they hit the neighborhood, man. I told y'all. What's up, Amanda? Blackistan done hit the neighborhood. It always happens. Always. Blackistan always hit the neighborhood, man. This ain't nothing new. We've been talking about this for how long? We've been talking about this, guys. We've been talking about this for the longest. You cannot stop the stand, bro. They are everywhere. I hate to say it, man. They're everywhere. They're everywhere, bro. Once they can find a spot that they can creep in, it's a wrap. I can't say what I want to say because I'm on YouTube. I don't want to get you being triggered and all that, but you already know how it goes, man. You right, Todd. Hey, Maggie General, you right. You can't relate. Hell, they coming over there to him. This supposed to be a good neighborhood. That's why I'm listening. That's why I'm all for gentrification, and especially in the conservative part of town, because when you have gentrification in these conservative areas, they're not going to allow that. Okay, they're not going to allow you to run up in their stuff that they investing their money and hard-earned money and create crime. If you notice conservative ran cities, when shit like this start happening, what do they start doing? Ordinances, cops start coming out every way, people going to jail. And then you can tell the real Blackistan people that's about that bullshit, because then they start saying, hey man, don't be going over there, because you know and I know them people racist. They racist over there, bro. The cops always harassing people. I ain't did nothing. Bullshit. If you wasn't doing anything, you ain't got no business being out there in somebody else's neighborhood that time of night. Who you trying to see? Why you having a party over there? You supposed to have a party on your side of the block, bro. See, we ain't had them problems when we was growing up. When we was in Blackistan, when I was growing up, we stayed on our side of town. We ain't had no time for all this bullshit. Now, you fast forward now, everybody trying to take the stand to the hood. Don't say that. Don't say that, Maggie. You can't say that. That's triggering. You triggering stuff, but you're right. I mean, that's why they got gated communities anyway. It's like a wall. A gated community is like a wall. You know, when you hear people say, I live in a gated community, it's a wall because they don't want that outside bullshit. They don't. They don't want that outside shit. That's why they say what they say. Oh no, I don't want that. I live in a gated community. Yeah, you're right, Deshaun. They the one started this. Yeah. How you used to say it, you gotta let the young people see the other side so they can get inspired. Yeah, they getting inspired, all right. There's an old saying, man, that I was told a long time ago before I finished the rest of the story. And I heard this from an old man. He said, son, he said, if you put a poor man with a group of rich folks, he gonna learn how to get money. But if you put a rich man with a whole bunch of poor folks with their hand sticking out, they are going to lose a bunch of money. So that's just what it is. He didn't lie. Yeah, Barry screwed up. Barry been screwed this country up. And why Barry doing it now? For all we know, we got 11 people watching over there, 12 people watching in Rumble. Let's get the likes up. Try to get as much as possible, man. Man, I don't even know. Oh, yeah. We got all kind of people over here right now, man. Thank y'all for coming through. Anybody coming through, Spiral Architect, thank you for coming by. The Hizzle, all that on Rumble. Hey, man, if y'all coming through on Rumble, bless the chat, man. If it's your first time tuning in, bless the chat, you know. And also, too, man, if you want to drop a donation because it goes straight to keeping this channel alive, this is what we do to keep the channel alive. Bless it that way, too, man. Okay? Because I'm telling you now, man, y'all one of the realists out here. Let's continue on what this man is saying that happened to his part.
This is what happens when something's not policed, and it could have been worse. Is it going to take a murder for something for this to stop?
The two have lived here for 4 years, and when they bought their place, they thought having a park across the street was a big plus. Not so much anymore.
I want more of a police presence, or like lock the park up at night, like just patrol the neighborhood.
It was very upsetting because you want to feel safe at home.
Police did come to the hospital to get a statement from Harris and are still investigating. Harris says they got away with his wallet, which he gladly would have handed over. Sheba?
Just so unfortunate, Dawn. You know, enough is enough at this point. Thank you.
Y'all heard that? You got liberal white women, and you know they pretty liberal. She said, enough is enough. Think about what she just said. Enough is enough. They tired, bro. These people tired of this shit. They are tired of this. They are so tired of people coming in here messing up their way of life. But people don't understand why these people feel the way they feel. When you talk to people about stuff like this, the first thing they say is, well, y'all just don't understand. The reason why we act the way we act because we're trying to express ourselves. Or we ain't been through what we've been through, man. You ain't live how we live. Yeah. And you ain't trying to better yourself. You running out here being crazy. I mean, I'm just being 100 about it. It's being straight crazy. But you know what? The only way they're going to change this, you got to quit voting these liberal, woke-ass mayors into these large cities until they realize that they're going to continue to have this. I'm being 110% correct about this. Until they stand up and say to themselves, okay, I am tired of living this way. I am tired of watching and having my head on a swivel when I'm in my gated community. I am tired of going to Trader Joe's, and I gotta watch out and see if somebody's gonna rob me in the parking lot when it's 8 or 9 o'clock at night. Or I'm tired of going to oh man, what's that Amazon store that they got? They're owned by Amazon. Oh man, what's the name of that store? Oh my God, I know it good as day. We talk about it all the time. Whole Foods. You go into Whole Foods and you got to have your head on a trip, on a swivel. I mean, come on, man. I mean, people get tired of that. And you're right. A lot of them do, because a lot of them feel like they got to be. And you know what's crazy about what you just said, MAGA General? Those are the ones that will turn around and bring these Blackistan behavior issues into the community, to their new community, and then they want to play like all of a sudden when it gets close to home to them, now all of a sudden they want to see the light like everybody else been telling them from the get-go. We need to get more policing. We need to go and have more security. Yeah, it took someone about to take out your family member for you to realize it. But as long as it ain't mess with your family member, you don't care. It's cool. Everything's all right. It's great. I'm telling you, man, these jokers kill me around here. They really do. But we wish Scott Harris a speedy recovery, man. No one needs to go through that. No one needs to go through that. Next up, we're going to talk about a story I talked about the other night. We're going to re-hit it again because a lot of y'all didn't hear it before. This comes right out of Wisconsin. Okay. Natasha L. Hunt. So let's go into this story here. Again, this is fair use, fair use. Trying to make sure that you guys are hearing how crazy these baby mama terraces are becoming. Now, this one right here does not have a video, but I will read a little bit of the story. I'm going to summarize it really and give you my 2 cents after summarizing. So this is what happened, right? So you got this glacier glider chick that looked like she haven't been keeping herself up in the past couple of days or whatever. And her little friend that's a girl that looks like a young 12-year-old boy. Natasha Hunt is the glacier glider name right here. And her little friend that did not step up, that looked like a 12-year-old boy, that didn't step up and intervene. Her name is Amara Burns. Now, here's my personal opinion. They don't state this in the story, but I think Natasha and Amara were probably got something going on between each other, because like I said before, these baby mama terrorists, whenever they find out they can't control or manipulate a man, or they find out that the simps they got ain't simping enough, they start running towards the women that look like they're 12 years old or a little slender 14-year-old little man. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, though, they go up here, they hanging out together and doing a live. And Natasha has a 2-year-old child. She decides to go and pull this child head violently in multiple directions. The child telling you it hurts, and just being belligerent with this child, because I guess she's frustrated because the child won't listen to what she's saying. And then when it all said and done, they tracked out where this was coming from with this incident. They took Natasha Hunt, the white baby mama terrorist girl, without no problems at all. But the black chick that looked like she 12 years old, she want to kick and scream at the officer. She want to kick at the face of the officer. Here's my thing. Why are you kicking at the officer? You see that this woman, your so-called supposed to be friend, okay, is out here being crazy on live, pulling a 2-year-old by the hair. Do you know how traumatizing that is? You pulling your 2-year-old child by the head of hair? Who does that? Who in the hell pulls their 2-year-old child by the head of their hair? This is why some of y'all don't need children. I'm being honest. Some of y'all do not need children. You don't know what the hell you're doing. When you got children, you got to be patient. That's for one. Especially a 2-year-old, when they're toddlers. When they're toddlers all the way up to, 5, the age of 5, you got to be real patient. They're starting to learn the basics of life. And then when they get 6 through 12, you got to be a teacher. You got to be a patient teacher. And then when they get 13 through 17, that's when you got to start letting them experience consequences on entry level of adulthood. All the way up to when they get 16 and 17, start feeling the wrath of adulthood a little bit. I mean, that's what you got to do as a parent. You can't go up here and yank this child like it's a punching bag. That's crazy. But you know what's crazier is that women like this, DSS and all these other agencies, they don't never step in until the damn child is damn near dead. I guarantee you she'll have the child back in her custody when she get out, like always, and I won't be the first or the last time. Like, why they keep doing it? What did I told y'all, man? Why these women keep doing what they doing to these kids, or doing the things that they doing now to these children excessively? Because they get away with it. They do. Y'all know I'm not lying. They get away with it. If I can do the same thing over and over again and I don't get no consequence or hardly no consequence, I'm going to repeatedly do it. That's just the way of life. Like I said before, they start getting tougher on these mothers for these abuse with these children across the board like they do men. I guarantee you a lot of this would stop. In a heartbeat, it would stop. Damn, it's ridiculous. But anyway, I hope the child is in safe hands right now. And whoever is have custody of this child that is a family member, if you're seeing this broadcast, do me a favor. Take that child out that home. That child do not deserve to be with that parent. Do not deserve to be with that parent. Absolutely disgusting what that child is going through. If you don't want the child, just say it. God darn, man. I don't want this child. I can't handle it. There's a lot of people out there that would love to take care of children. Got more news, man. More of this news. Again, y'all hit the like button, man. Only places where you're going to get real news. Yeah, you're right. It's learned behavior. I believe it. It's learned behavior. Somebody in their family told them it was okay and they continue to do it. And continue to do it. Like I said, some of these people don't need kids, man. They really don't. All right. See what else we got here. Oh, man, this is out of New Jersey here, man. I hate this bad to be you, New Jersey. And this is about a story about the blue, man. I hate when Back to Blue sometimes, man. I love Back to Blue. I always will Back to Blue. But, man, when y'all mess up, I gotta call y'all out, man. I really do, because there's sometimes, y'all got to be held accountable too, man. And that's just what it is. It's life. So I don't want nobody to start saying, oh, man, he don't really love the cops. No, don't support the cops and first responders. No, I do. I love all first responders. But you can't keep doing crazy shit, man. You can't. You can't keep doing it and think things are going to go sweet for you. Oh, man. Man, I hate that I got to do this story. It had to be him. It is what it is. All right, let's jump into this one, man. Hey, Amanda said, give me the child. Amanda, you know what? You one of the few, because we need more people like that. Give them the child, because I'm quite sure you'll make sure that child be taken care of and safe. All right, let's go ahead on and play this one, guys.
Troubling story out of Freehold tonight. Manalapan police say 46-year-old patrolman Kevin.
See if I can make it bigger. Hold on. Trying to see if I can make it bigger. Yeah, I can. Hold on, guys. All right, let me restart that. Sorry.
Troubling story out of Freehold tonight. Manalapan police say 46-year-old patrolman Kevin Ruditsky has been arrested after what they call a, quote, pattern of illegal behavior with a 16-year-old girl. Police revealing that Ruditsky met the victim earlier this month at the town's National Night Out, where he let her sit in the patrol car. In the days that followed, police say he began sending her sexually explicit messages and photos through social media. And then they say Ruditsky pulled the teen over on Route 9, handcuffed her, and attempted to kiss her. Police say he also sat outside of the victim's home in his patrol car after the victim refused to give him her address.
All right. So I'm about to go a little bit off script here because I have a daughter. See, this is what caused being like me and other real patriots to lose their shit. These tough guys like this, if you notice, they don't never do this to young girls that got fathers or any kind of male figure that is a father-like figure in their life. Because if that would have been my daughter that he would have done that to, I would have told him a new fucking asshole. Cop or no cop. You don't do that to nobody's child. The girl is 16 years old. You are 46. You are old enough to be her father. Repeat after me. Father. That's right. You're old enough to be her father. Her father. Hell, in some cases, just to be really upfront about it, you old enough to be the girl damn near grandfather. If you really want to be really thorough about the shit, you're 46, about to be 47 years old. You have nothing in common with that little girl. Listen, this is the same thing that happened in my area too, back here about a year and a half ago. There was a cop that was in another county, was doing the same thing, trying to holler at a young girl. And what he did was he started being under investigation. So he tried to be slick. He went 2 counties over, made his little resume. Oh, yeah, you know, people can, you know, have some people that knew him vouch for him. Well, I don't know what happened, but thank God for that sheriff or the head sheriff of that department. He said that something spoke to him, like an internal voice told him, you need to go check out that man background from the previous county he said he worked at. And he's at first he just like, nah, I'm gonna go take, you know how you take people face down, because you know when you down south here, we do that. We take people word for it a lot of times because we don't want to think of the worst of people. But something told him, just call and just to double check and verify this guy's employment history. So he called one of the I think it was a sergeant or a lieutenant over there. And they were like, you got who over there? They was like, oh, I got so-and-so. They was like, oh, you must be ain't heard You know you're under investigation for trying to mess with an underage girl, right? Dude was like, what? Yeah. He under investigation. That's why he hurried up and resigned from our department. Oh, really? That's why he resigned. Oh, yeah. He under investigation. Huh. Old boy called old boy right quick to come in that office. He said, man, you gotta give me your badge and stuff, man. You can't work here, bro. You got to get the hell down the road. Shout out to that. Shout out to that sheriff. That's what you do. You don't uphold them in their wrong, man. You let them go. They gotta go. They can't hang out here. So that after that, they set that dude down the road. That dude had to go. He had to go. So that just let y'all know that this is where we at now in life. We got a lot of sickos out here. We really do. And they come in all different forms. In my local area, we just recently got a cop arrested. He was doing all kinds of shady shit, selling drugs allegedly, and now they saying he allegedly was drugging women. So that just lets you know that there is some bad cops out there. But I think it's kind of funny how he got caught, but I'm not going to talk about that on camera. I would have to leave that on a off camera, what they call that joint, that thing that we do all the time, locals. We got to do that on a locals episode about how I feel about that story. That's one of them stories for locals, because I think there's more to it than that. Way more to it than that. I think a certain individual was nowhere there to shield him anymore. Because, you know, some of these cops, they get away with this shit for so long because people turn a blind eye. But people can turn a blind eye but so long. And once the people that was turning a blind eye walk away, that's it, bro. Once you get that blanket off, that shield off, it's a wrap. So I really do believe that that's what was actually been going on that. I think the shield was no longer there because it was kind of funny how he got caught up after some moving parts happened. But yeah, man, I'm glad they got his ass in jail, and I hope they take his badge from him. And I hope that since he's made the news, if he tries to go any little town, that people research his ass before they hire him. Because a lot of these dudes, I'm telling you, you can't trust them. You cannot trust them. Yeah, you cannot trust them. And another thing too, and I'm gonna play this, and I'm not trying to, do victim bashing or anything like that, but this has been some instances too. A lot of these young girls that's 16 and 17 and 18, you gotta watch yourself being around them anyway, because a lot of them is a little bit, as they say back in the day, they used to call them fast. A lot of them are a little promiscuous, and think they grown. But you got to be the adults. You have to let them know, hey, I'm not that person. Sorry. I don't know what you're trying to do. I'm not in that position. I'm not here for that. And I think a lot of adults have a problem with trying to be light and be cool. They don't want to stand up and do the right thing when it comes to that. Me, myself, I've always looked at myself as a father, when I'm protecting my children, because I know that I'm supposed to be the first line of defense. If my children in the jam, I'm supposed to be the first line of defense to protect them. I can't run out here and be like, oh, well, no, it don't work that way. They rely on me. And I think that a lot of people don't look at it that way. I mean, they don't. Sad, man. I mean, that story there, that was crazy. All right, let's see what this next one will be. All right, let's see. Okay. This right here is an update on a case out of Utah. Give me 1 second here. This should teach a lot of these kids a lesson. Some of this stuff ain't worth it, boy. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. So I'm gonna play this right here. This is fair use, fair use. This is coming out of Utah. So here's the story behind this one. So this kid was going with, was 17 at the time. A young man named Francisco Aguilar was dating a young girl named Jackie Nunez. I don't know what all in detail happened, but some way, somehow, I don't know if he was playing around with the weapon or whatever, the blinky, but he took the young girl out. And because he took her out like this, the young lady was reportedly, okay, so this is what happened. There you go. He basically took the blinky and injured her in the leg. And I have to talk like this because you know how YouTube is. Then he fired at his friend's car window, and then the friend drove away. Now, after he shot this young lady in the leg, he turned around and then he went and shot her directly in the head. Now, after this happened, he said he did it because he was upset. Again, we talk about this on this channel all the time, when you can't control your emotions. But the family is going to talk about how they miss her and how she was a beautiful soul and how they feel about justice being served because he got sentenced 5 days ago. So let's continue with the story.
And thank you. We turn now to a tight-knit community getting answers on a murder that left many heartbroken.
17-year-old Francisco Aguilar is set to spend decades in prison for the murder of 16-year-old Jacqueline Nunez back in January. Annika Johns joining us from Piute County, where her friends and family are processing that ruling today. Annika.
In January, a 16-year-old girl was desperately running for help on this road here from a 17-year-old with a gun. When police arrived, they found her alone, lying on the ground with a bullet in her head and a shooter on the run. Now, they did end up catching this shooter, and he has pled guilty for his crimes. And today, he was sentenced, giving this small but tight-knit Utah community some closure, but leaving some, they say, with scars they won't ever be able to fully heal. Driving along Dock Springs Road, you'll come across a small memorial of flowers, stuffed animals, and messages of love for 16-year-old Jacqueline Nunez.
She was amazing. She had the best, what she called jokes, but they were insults, and they were amazing. What I would do to get one more joke.
In a short, less than 10-minute drive from the memorial are the Piute County offices, where today 17-year-old Francisco Aguilar was sentenced 25 years to life for her murder. Court documents say on the evening of January 8th, Nunez was shot in the leg trying to reach her friend's car as she ran from Aguilar. When the gunfire turned to the vehicle and the driver inside, they had no choice but to flee.
Jackie was screaming, "Please help me, please save me, McCall." And then her body kind of went limp to the ground, and I looked at her through my side view mirror, and I saw her laying there on the ground, and I was trying to figure out what was still going on, so I started driving away, and as I was still driving, he was still shooting at me after she was on the ground. I pulled over to see what was going on and saw bullet holes and fingerprints down my car and realized what happened, and hoping that she was still somehow on my car and not laying up there.
After Taylor fled, officials say Aguilar walked to where Nunez was lying in the road and shot her in the head.
There was no need for her to be shot and killed at all. No amount of anger that's not okay in any situation.
Aguilar has been charged as an adult for aggravated murder, but will avoid the death penalty because of his age. For the Piute County community, today was a step in giving Nunez justice, but what was taken from them can never be replaced.
Because there's times when I still call Jackie and I still text her asking her to come with me somewhere. She doesn't answer, and then reality kind of kicks in. Still can't believe that she's gone.
Guys, I talk about this all the time, man. That anger is real. You know, a lot of these young boys don't know how to control their anger. And this is what happens, man.
Booth here for the last 2 decades at your leisure has brought you everything outdoor recreation. And the next 20 years are going to be even better. Don't believe me? Watch.
That's what happens. You got to control your anger, man. And I think a lot of people don't know how to do that is because they haven't been taught. You got a lot of these young boys out here that just act on emotions. You know, don't think. And I used to be that way a long time ago when I was younger. I used to be the same way. I used to act on emotions. I get mad about something, and I wouldn't think, man, I'm hyped. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to do some kind of violence or something to somebody. But then I had to learn, and I think what scared me is when I almost like to made it where my friend and it happened to me at an early age at about 13 or 14 years old. I got so physical with one of my friends that they weren't able to breathe. And that's when it dawned on me, yo, you know, Joel, you can't do this. What are you doing, man? You will mess around and go to jail. And that's when I started working on my anger problems a lot. Took me a while, but over time, I mastered it because I knew that I did not want to be that guy. I did not want to be one of those guys that turns around and hurt one of my friends or one of my family members or a woman I love or anything because I can't control my anger. And a lot of reason why I learned to control my anger because of my father. My dad used to tell me all the time, you're not a real man if you cannot control your anger. If you can't walk away, you ain't doing it right. And I started learning to walk away. And I thank God for my father for that. I do. I do, man. I thank God. Thank God for my father all the time. Thanking him. Amanda, that's the truth. I mean, if it wasn't for my father, man, I would never knew how to do that. My daddy always made sure I knew that. Always. He always made sure that I knew that you got to control your anger. And if you don't, you're not going to be successful. So shout out to my father, man. Real talk. This man is a blessing in disguise. Always made sure that I did the right thing or kept me on the right path. Let's see what we got going on here. Trying to see if I can find. All right. See, I'm trying to see the. I see if there's anything else I can find, guys. Oh man, Raleigh, North Carolina. This had to be y'all. Damn. Another one. Blackistan strikes again, guys. I'm just telling y'all, man. I just need Blackistan to just take one night off, man. Y'all always doing something, man. Can we? Oh, Jesus Christ. Can we not get? Can we stop getting all this crazy stuff, man? I just don't get it, man. And it's the same. It's always the same story. Doing some hood rat stuff that don't make any damn sense. Lord have mercy. Y'all, let's go ahead on and get started on this one. This coming out of Raleigh, North Carolina. A young man from Blackistan decided that it was a great idea to go bunch a glacier glider for no damn reason. Or let's say for something obviously that didn't make any sense. I'm quite sure it wasn't that serious. But it always is in their mind. It is always something serious. Nobody couldn't walk away. It just had to happen. I just don't get it, man. I don't get why these young folks do this. If you don't want to be productive, young folks, just go ahead on and go to your nearest police department and tell them that you just want to volunteer yourself to be in jail. You just want to be in jail. You want to go through the process of being in prison. You don't want no trial because you just feel like that you just don't want to participate in life. Man, let's continue with this mess, man.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Is this your plan to watch the game today?
Yeah, I have to watch my neighbor's NFL Sunday ticket.
It's not your best plan. But you know what it is? My plan from Verizon. Switch now and they'll give you NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube TV on them.
This plan is amazing.
Another amazing plan? Backing away from here very slowly.
Josh Allen.
Football season is here. Get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on us, a $449 value. Plus, get a free Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5, only on.
Oh, man, really? Hold on, guys. I don't know why I've got an issue playing it.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Is this your plan to watch the game today?
Yeah, I have to watch my.
All right, let's go get past this ad. All right, it ain't letting me do it. So, oh, it's the same one. I know there's a video on it, guys. So give me a second. Let me find it. All right, we got it. We got action. I told you I'll find it. Fair use, fair use. We about to play it.
A Raleigh restaurant manager has died now 6 days after police say he was attacked in the city's Glenwood South nightlife district. You're taking a look at the picture of David Millett, just 27 years old. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Haggerty.
And I'm Deborah Morgan. That attack happened here on Glenwood Avenue, right near West Johnson Street. It's just a block away from the restaurant David Millett started earlier this year. WREL's Matt Tallahome is live at Smoky Hollow in downtown Raleigh after pressing the police chief about the violence in Glenwood South. Matt?
Yeah, Deborah, you know, on a Friday evening, this patio here at Midwood Smokehouse should be busy, but this restaurant is closed because of that tragic loss there. You see they're asking for thoughts and prayers right now. I talked to one of the...
All right, so Glenwood South and Raleigh. Okay, is always been a gathering nightlife spot, but lately it's been a little violent in Raleigh. In fact, there's been violence all over the place in Raleigh, but certain spots of nightlife has gotten picked up because y'all know why. Because you got these Blackistan people that can get away with whatever they got going on and everything else. So because of that, it has gotten to be ridiculous. So much so now that you got people where they saying, listen, you know, I can't even go out here and enjoy you know, hanging out with friends and family. I got to worry about somebody's going to do something to me. So because of this, this is why it has now become an issue, a major issue, an issue that is so major that right now, this is what we got.
managing partners here. He worked with Millette at another restaurant, Bad Daddy's over here, a burger bar. And he says, you know, he was a kind guy with a huge heart who would help anyone. He says he even helped build this team into a family here at this restaurant.
Employees of Midwood Smokehouse circled around the high-top tables outside the barbecue restaurant. They didn't come here to clock in hours or collect tips. They wanted to be together to mourn a manager and friend, David Millette. Managing partner Cub Daramus was too shaken up to talk on camera, but he tells me Millette's death leaves a huge void at the restaurant. Daramus says he built a great restaurant by assembling a great group of people. His presence, his impact on these people was so strong that we can't even open today because everybody is so upset and devastated by his loss and his absence. Raleigh police say someone assaulted Millette here along Glenwood Avenue, about a block from his restaurant. It happened around 2 a.m. last Saturday. He survived for 6 days in the hospital before dying from his injuries.
We are working it as a homicide investigation.
I asked Raleigh Police Chief Estella Patterson what the department is doing to stop violence like this in Glenwood South.
We've increased our presence of officers down in that area. We're going to continue to do that to make sure that we have vibrancy in that area, but also that it's a safe environment.
Wait a minute now. This is woke Raleigh. You police chief, you sure you want to say that you want to increase police presence? Because all you need is a walk in to get caught up in some mess. And the first thing they said, the first thing they're gonna say is, hey, you are making it an unsafe space. Listen, I hope she do stick by what she's saying. I hope she do. I hope she does. I hope they continue the police presence. I hope that they keep the police presence up because it's needed. It's definitely needed. Let's continue.
Do you feel safe being down here at night?
Absolutely. Larry Miller is president of the Glenwood South Neighborhood Collaborative. He says the last 2 weekends have been an improvement, with police blocking traffic from going on to Glenwood Avenue during the busy bar hours and more officers patrolling the streets.
There's been a larger police presence. There's been a vehicle with flashing blue lights at every intersection. We hope that they find the resources and the resolve to continue that.
You can see Midwood Smokehouse does plan to reopen tomorrow here. Raleigh police tell me at this point there have been no arrests made in Millette's attack here. They say they are going through all the surveillance video. They're talking to witnesses still, and they are asking anyone who has any information, who may have seen this or who knows who did this, to call Crime Stoppers.
Now, they did make an arrest, and that's what we about to go to now and talk about that arrest. In this case here, now this man here is named Tyrell Jaru Moore. Okay, he's 23 years old. And he punched him and caused the man to fall on the sidewalk, hitting his head. Now, they haven't said why this man punched him. Now, I don't know if he was drunk. I don't know. You know how these young boys is. Especially in Blackistan, they get a little lick in them. Somebody look at them the wrong way, or tell them, man, you need to calm it down, or you need to watch this or watch that. They quick to want to be violent. And this is like the second time I've heard someone die because their head has hit the sidewalk from a punch or something hard because of a punch. I've heard that happen recently in my local area. Young man who did it. I'm not gonna say names or whatever, because I know the young man's father personally. They were having a gathering at a certain location, place of business. The young man and an adult got into it. Some things were said. Things got heated. The young man punched the older gentleman. The gentleman was not about 4 or 5 years younger than I am that got punched. And when the young boy punched him, which was a hell of a punch, he fell down on the pavement and messed up something in his brain. I think his brain got injured, and he never got out of his coma, and he passed away the next following day. So, yeah, it can happen. You have to be careful in those situations. Again, it goes back to having control of your anger. You know, just because somebody tell you something you don't like, you can't go out here and say, all right, I'm just going to go out here and act the damn fool. It doesn't work that way, because then you find yourself in this situation where now you're fighting for your life, or fighting for some type of life to have, because based upon what they charge you with, you're done. And I think in this case here, this young man is being charged with murder. Yeah, he being charged with straight murder. So now his lawyer going to have to try to do whatever they can, or whatever lawyer he get, going to have to make some arrangements for him to get the plea down to either second degree or manslaughter. And even if he get plea down to second degree or manslaughter, he may still get a whole gang of years. He may never get out to be a middle-aged man, maybe an old man. So that right there is some scary stuff, man. It really is. It really is. And they done already took away his bond, so he don't even have a bond. They just said, oh, nah, player, you're not getting a bond. Why should I give you a bond? You out here punching people. So let's see here. Give me one moment. I'm about to wrap it up soon, honey. Why you let me know about that time? Trying to make sure that I got everything that I can talk of. And yeah, I can't find anything else, guys. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. The other stuff that we talked about really wasn't too much to go over. Except for the last story. Yeah, we talked about it, but I'm gonna talk about it again. Out there in Dallas, Texas. Yeah, that's what it was. That's the last story. And we're gonna wrap it up for the night. I sure meant to tell y'all that. Oh man. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Texas. Shoots. This one was real popular here. Ooh, I'm getting a little chilly. Hold on. Now this story is crazy, so I'm gonna have to read this one because I remember last time we could never find a video on this story, which I think is crazy because this is a pretty crazy story. So let's go on into it. Oh, thank you, man. I love y'all to death, man. But we about to go with this last story and we about to wrap it up. So this right here comes out of Mesquite, Texas. So if you don't know what Mesquite, Texas is, this is out of Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas area, Mesquite. Now, this is the woman that did this crazy looking behind lady, Patricia Conlon. That's her name, Conlon. So this was the story. This is what happened. So her daughter been dating this guy since 2021, right? He like I would say the glacier glider version of Pookie and Ray Ray. So she's been dealing with this dude. Every time he turn around, mama, he done this to me, he done that to me. I'm not happy, blah, blah, blah. So with that going on, the day before the shooting, Kalon's daughter said that Joshua Trout, that's the victim in this story, had hit her above the eye with a cell phone, right? But no police report was made. So she called her mother, Connor, telling her that, she was in her relationship with this man and that she was going to move out of the home and probably move back home with mama. So Colin said she called 911 when they got to this guy's house or whatever so they could get the rest of her stuff. All right, sounds pretty reasonable, right? You're going to call 911. You're going to wait until you get the guy's stuff. All right, well, she goes to do that. Well, this woman decides, the mama, that she ain't going to wait on the police at this point. Okay? She decided that she going to walk past this man's roommate with a gun in her hand. Then when Joshua Trout saw her, this was the dumbest thing to yell. And please, guys, I know y'all see this in the movie, but use common sense. Never ever tell someone that has a weapon that can tear you to pieces or in your life, look them directly in the eye and say, do it or shoot me or whatever. And that's what this jack behind said. Because 9 out of 10, they will do it. So I wouldn't even push the envelope. I would have just shut up and said, put it down. What are you doing? Okay, you tripping or something. I would have been trying to talk them down. Anyway, this dude told her, shoot me. And next thing you know, she did what he asked. Now, when she got in the interview, she told the police at the interrogation station at the interview that she went to the home and she was going to hold him at gunpoint, which right there, this is the first rule of gun safety or having a weapon. You do not take out that gun unless you're going to use it. If you're not going to use it and you're not in danger, okay, the person did not commit a crime to where you felt like you was in danger, like breaking in your home or something like that, you do not need to have that gun out at all. In fact, you should have waited on the police. But anyway, I digress. Getting back to the story, until the police arrived at the scene, because she said he had left so many times of previous domestic incidents. Conlon told the police that she only let off a round when Charlotte after he grabbed her arm and pulled her hair. The evidence didn't match, and I'm quite sure that the witness that was in there, the roommate, probably said the same thing. So now she's charged with murder. The police say they doubt that she has any, she cannot say it was any justification of self-defense because she was the aggressor. He never was aggressive to her. Now, he do have a long criminal history of assault and family violence in 2018 and so on. But since he been with her daughter, again, they say he is never, the daughter never filed a report. She always back out or he always leave before they got there. So I'm about to tell y'all young women and men something here in the chat tonight. More of that story is, guys, don't take the law into your own hands. If you don't call the cops on the situation, let the cops do their job. That's all you got to do. Let the cops do their damn job. Because what you did was let your emotions for your daughter get the best of you. I mean, that's just being real. I mean, you let your emotions get the best of you. You should have let this man, let the cops handle this man. Well, he would have ran off. Okay, they know how he looked. They know his address. They would have camped out and got him. They probably know if he worked somewhere, they would have went to the job and got him. You can't outrun the police forever. Yeah, you're right. You're right, John. She did. She invoked that Texas old school law. He needed to be killed. Yeah. Well, now she about to rot in prison. All because her behind couldn't wait until the police got there. You can't do this. You can't do that. That was the dumbest thing she could have ever done. All I can say is rest in peace to the victim. I don't care what the man did in his life. If he was unarmed, he didn't deserve that, man. I'm sorry. I understand you love your daughter. I understand he was putting your daughter through abuse, but your daughter is also an adult. She had made a decision. Yeah, Amanda. She had made a decision that she wanted to be with this Glacier Glider version of Pookie and Ray Ray. Okay, or where y'all like to say, how can I put it? Bubba and Junior. Yeah, there you go. Bubba and Junior. She wanted a Bubba and Junior. Okay, and that's what she got. She wanted that. She was loving on that. Now she found out it wasn't the best in the world for her. She made a decision to leave it. So since she wanted to leave a Bubba and a Junior, y'all should have just went on and respect the wishes, call the cops, let the cops handle it, and call it a day. But you didn't want to do that. So now your daughter is no more, is going to have to see you in jail. Because that's where you're going. Because ain't no way out of this one. Even if you got second-degree murder, you still doing some time. You doing some time, lady. You 49 years old. You're going to die in prison. Because you think they're going to give you less than 30 years in Texas? Hell no. Do you know how many years they give people in Texas for murder? Just on a good deal. I've been looking at crime stories lately. Just on a good deal in the state of Texas, they be hitting fools with 65 and 80 years in prison. So they don't say life. Think about that shit. 65 to 80 years in prison. And you got to do 85% of that shit. So we're talking about 50-something damn years minimum before you even be eligible for an early release. You know how old you gonna be? You'll be dead. And then don't forget about second-degree murder in Texas. They still hitting people with 45 and 50 years. And if you get manslaughter in Texas, they still hitting people with 50 years. So, lady, you are done dealing. And you did this multiple times. Oh, my God, lady. I don't know, man. You ain't getting out. That's all I can tell you. And you can do the no trial, but as they say in Texas, you're toast. You ain't going nowhere, baby. You're done. You should let the cops do their job. Anyway, man, that's all we got for tonight. Y'all hit the comment section. Tell me what story really got to you the most. Which one got you really thinking about stuff. And everything else. Please do me a favor. Please like, share, and subscribe. And tell me as well too what other stories that you would like to hear more about. And if you got any crime stories local in your town or whatever that haven't made the news, that's crazy, that's recent, hey man, send it to my email. Y'all know what my email is, or send it to me in my comment section of my comments on my stuff, and I check it out. Again, I love you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. My ass is out of here.